Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vlad, and I'm joined by Tippsy.
Hello.
And today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna just do like a podcast, and we're gonna just talk over some stuff that we got going on and all that greatness. Before we get started, anything you want to say, Tippsy, to the crowd? Anything at all? No.
Thanks for joining in and listening. Hopefully you guys can listen until the end, because we're going to talk about some decently interesting stuff, including some stuff about our channel and a couple things that our actual studio is going through. So hopefully you guys can stick around and listen to all of our updates and all of our rambling nonsense.
Right, and well, I know there's a lot of new people who have joined the channel here recently. We can play that on the screen. There's like 389 as of filming this, so that's pretty good. If you guys aren't already following us on X, you should go ahead and go do that.
At Vlad's Gaming.
At Vlad's Gaming. We couldn't get the cartel.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
We're not
unfortunately.
that fancy.
So someone already had that. Don't know why. I may have made an account at one point and don't realize it and don't know where it's at. Can't get rid of it. I think that might actually be the case. Whatever. But yeah, anywhere where that logo's at, that's going to be us. We are on Rumble, YouTube, and X, really. We do have a TikTok, but TikTok don't like us, so we're just going to stop using TikTok.
Yeah.
They pretty much just like not allowed us to post the last several shorts we've came out with, and citing
not really giving us any reason as to why, other than some sort of
suspicious viewer.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. It was dumb.
We're not entirely sure about
we
it.
have like 6 followers, so I'm like, ooh, you guys are really helping us out. But It is what it is. But anyways, follow us on X, and you're gonna get regular updates about where we're at with filming, recording, putting an episode out. Also, we're gonna post the same shorts over there that we post on YouTube. So, good way to also get the shorts and just keep track of the updates. So, yeah, you should go follow over there. We do have a Patreon. We are going to be looking to make like a members only show probably once a week once we get the first 5 people over there, minimum.
Yeah. And whenever we do get the 5 Patreon members, we do plan on actually making shout outs as well.
Yeah, we're gonna do shout outs in the videos, probably down in the bottom somewhere. Something, maybe do a little
text bar or something.
Vlad, if future Vlad, he'll go ahead and put you up something here that you can see, kind of like a simple what we're gonna go for there, where you can get some credit, and then we're gonna do end credits. Eventually, when we do get more going and we make a different tier system, we might, integrate having different tiers get their recognition at different spots.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to stay totally anonymous, that's totally cool. As of right now, the Patreon is just $1 a month. You can go more, but not recommend. I mean, if you want to donate and help the studio out, that's great, because
every little amount helps. But we're not expecting anything from people, especially in this economy.
Yeah, it's a rough economy out there. And I mean, it's a struggle. So you also kind of got to bear with us while, knowing it's a great economy, that our new equipment is going to be slow to roll out because we're on my budget. And I mean, I got to live too. And so new equipment and all that stuff's going to be like down the list.
Mm-hmm.
All the Patreons, subscribers and followers that are doing that, all of that money will go straight to the studio on new equipment, new programs, and all of that stuff as we need it and as we're integrating it in. And overall, we're going to get into doing podcasts. We're going to have the gaming channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to start getting into eventually doing music and maybe music videos every now and then, as we can.
A couple like small movie shorts or something.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot there. I have a few movie ideas, and once we get the Patreon going, I might even throw out some of those movie ideas in a simple format over there on the Patreon, so that maybe the Patreon people can go ahead and scoop those up and maybe build upon them.
Yeah, that or just give us some
feedback and like, you know,
ideas if needed be.
You know, but yeah, really get that community involved in that through our Patreon. That's what we're going to funnel. And that the Patreon is going to be a viable thing until we can get to the point where we're big enough and supporting ourselves, and we'll move to a whole made website for the membership where we can be doing a lot of our own stuff there.
Proactive.
You know, well, once we get to a point where we can create our own website, we're going to make a website that's going to house all of our videos and memberships and have a chat and all of those things. But that's like down the road. Yeah. I mean, we're nobodies still.
And eventually, with our Patreon, we do plan on allowing access to the general chat in our Discord channel, along with a lot of our gaming talk and a lot of our ideas that we kind of just throw into our Discord. So that's also something to look forward to on the Patreon, getting exclusive access to that. So
yeah, and we do have a lot of those little things that we're going to roll out. It's just going to be slow to get them out because, like I said, you know, we're two people, busy lives, you know, because obviously we got to work and feed because this is a company in the creation stage, but it doesn't have the legality to get the funding through any extrajudicial means. So it's all on us to provide for it until it's.
I mean, we can be honest.
On its own.
It's all you.
It's all me. I mean,
you just kind of look at me and be like, "Is this okay? Does this work out? Do you think this is a good idea?" And I'm like, if you think it's good, I think it's good.
Well, that's why you're the co-CEO. So that way, when it does become a company, I'm not left alone making the decisions by myself. Yeah. Good stuff.
Vlad can only take so much mental
astruity. Yeah, that's true. And so, let's see. No sponsors. So, I mean, I have looked into doing sponsors. We're not a big enough channel to get to sponsors unless there's happen to be some little company out there that just wants to help us grow and get sponsorship shout outs, you know, in say podcasts. Mm-hmm. I don't know that we would do them in the gaming videos because that's going to be like its own little thing once we get a lot more of these rolling out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we're based around starting in a gaming, what would you say, gaming, you know, content, but we are going to be branching off and, you know, rebranding the whole channel, but the gaming is still always going to be a stapleton of the channel.
Yeah, we're always going to be making gaming shorts and gaming videos, but we're just wanting to branch off a little bit better now, or a little bit more, sorry.
Yeah, we're wanting to, I don't know, the whole time I've been doing YouTube, I've wanted to be a lot like Neebs Gaming, and I mean, that's great, and you know, they do great work. I love their shit, watch them every time they drop a video, but now I think it's time we do something else and not just be gaming. I think it's time to just be a whole thing where we do it all, like, eventually.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to do it all. I'm going big. Or in my mind, I'm going big anyway.
Yeah.
Anything else you got on your mind that you can throw out there to all the folks?
I mean, you pretty much covered almost everything that I could at least think of a second. And
as far as why the videos haven't been smoothly rolling out is a lot of our fellow gamers are very slow to the rollout of wanting to game. For them, it's just a side thing. Like for me and Tippsy, it's a hardcore all or nothing bid, you know, go for broke type situation. For us, we're all in. You know, anyone else who's been on the channel has been a milquetoast fence sitter, and really just been like, we'll be there, but on our time. And it's like, well, your time is great, you know, but you know, when we're actually trying to get down and record something, I mean, typically I try to get an hour and a half of recording so I can make at least a 20-minute video in editing. I mean, my editing's not great, but
it's not like we're trying to do this every single night.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to edit every night, and I'm not trying to game every night. Although that's been most of my life since I've started doing this. And I'm hoping I can get into something like these podcasts that is a lot less editing, so that we can fill the gaps between the gaming. But even with the gaming, it's looking more and more like we're going to have to drop down to just being me and Tippsy, because all the other people we've brought in to play these games with us
have always, like, flaked.
Yeah, it's a flaky ordeal, or it's just, they're busy and times don't work out, which, I mean, is what it is. But at the same time, if you're legitimately trying to do YouTube does strike you for not posting regularly. And so if we're not going to be regularly gaming and regularly capturing footage to regularly edit and post, what's the point?
You've got to find another outlet or
another way to do it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's what we're doing with the podcast now.
Yeah,
at least attempting to.
And this is the first steps, and I mean, as we get the money and the funding coming in there where I can get some webcams, we're going to start doing that kind of thing, getting our faces plastered out there. I'm not afraid to hide my face or anything like that. It's just, for most of the time doing the YouTube, I didn't really see it fitting into it. Now that I'm looking into doing way more expansion and doing way more other things, it's looking like that's the thing. So now I'm looking into buying and getting that gear, but it's going to be a slow rollout. So until then, you guys are kind of stuck with this little bit of a format you're getting, where here's some simple background, here's some gaming video, to please your eyes while we sit here and blab into a mic to tell you exactly what we're got going down and where we're at, expectations, and how the gaming's going, which gaming is lax right now because we've had a struggle to get anyone to play in 4 days. So, I mean, we played a little bit, but it's just been dinking around. Nothing really noteworthy. I mean, now you're building some bases on Valheim. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like, I don't think anything that anyone's going to want to sit there and watch on YouTube. I mean, obviously, we probably threw some of it up in this video, I'm sure you've seen a little bit of it. It's not the greatest, because we're just still gaming. You never know that funny moment you might get while playing that can turn into a short. So everything does get recorded, but not everything is a funny moment. And we can go 2 hours building a base and not say a word.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that too. Because that happened.
Yeah.
And that's why we've always tried to maintain the group thing in gaming, because it keeps everyone talking, engaged, and just ends up with a lot more funny moments.
Because it gets kind of boring. Like, I don't want to say boring, but, I mean, it gets harder to hold a conversation over and over and over again when, I mean, you guys are talking about the exact same things over and over and over again almost every day. I mean, it's not saying, like, it's bad conversations. It's just the same stuff every day kind of just wears down a little bit. So that's where having newer people or having different people in the channel, it kind of makes it a little easier to kind of have that flow that we're looking for.
Right, and make things come off. Because, I've always tried to maintain that unscripted part, I don't want to have something written down, I don't want to be... I want it to come off the cuff, I want it to roll, just as it comes out. I don't want it to be, let me sit down and write a script on how I'm going to act today, or who I'm going to be, or what I'm going to say. I don't like that. I want it to just be authentic and great. And
I think that's a lot of what the channel really is just us being ourselves.
And and those ones are typically the ones that do the greatest. And I'm not going to shoot up my, I'm not going to inflate my ego on editing, because I'm so power. I did the shit 2 decades ago in high school, and then been doing work life for 2 decades. And now I'm like, let me try that hand at editing. I did that once.
Yeah, and I mean, and you can also look back at our, like, older videos on Valheim, and you can see how our editing is kind of gone from us kind of trying a little too hard sometimes to being a lot more relaxed.
And even us, fluidly, me, talking, there were a lot of episodes where I didn't talk, and where when I did, I wasn't like too sure, myself. And even the year and a half I've been doing this, I've gotten a lot better of a voice at it, and I think that helps. I think you got to have a voice, and you kind of want to have to do it,
you actually want to.
Can't be nervous about it. Yeah. I think that's part of it. You just can't be nervous. And I think when you first start, everyone's nervous.
You just can't overthink it.
Yeah. All right, and so well, we've been rambling on for a minute. What we're gonna do is talk about some games that we want to possibly play, and maybe try to get the community's input on which game you guys would like to see. So, in the comments, if you've stayed this far, please comment down in the down and below this video. There's probably some arrows or something pointing down. Hey, drop a comment on what game you'd like to see us play. And these would be a long form content, longer series game. Try to hopefully get through to the end. Hopefully. But we'd have like 7 Days to Die. Which actually, hold on, while we're doing this, I'm going to get you some, so we have 7 Days to Die, right? We have some Pal Worlds, right? Valheim would be up there. What we were already talking about, Conan Exiles, that'd be another one.
Yeah, Green Hell.
Some Green Hell, it's somewhere here in my list of games, because I have so many. Green Hell. We also had Nightingale is on the list. They just did an update, so there's that. We have some Project Zomboid.
Always a good one.
Always a great game. We have some Raft, another great game. Scrap Mechanics,
Which is one that I have not played yet.
I think it's
seem pretty cool.
I like the cars in it. It's a good one. What else we had? Well, that was Vintage Story. That would be another one. It doesn't have anything here on Steam. It's just boom, there you go, Vintage Story. Kind of like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Kind of like Minecraft. Kind of. Oh, also Void Train would be another one we could do another longer series on. But like I said, we're trying to get your thoughts on the matter. So, whichever game it is, just drop it down below. And hopefully in the description I put something about in the whatever timestamp to point to, hey, at least to skip to here. If you're not going to stick around, just stick to at least this little segment and go, hey, let's drop down.
Yeah, and we will most likely put the
winning game, out in some kind of like a post on X and on YouTube, or whatever game is chose by the community to see me and Tippsy play in a longer form series.
And we're going to try and put a poll out on X. So if you do follow us over there, or if you're not already following us over there, you definitely should.
I think I'm going to try to do it on X and YouTube, maybe. I don't know how it's going to work. I've never done this before. So I'm going to try. And, that's all I can do. Mm-hmm. But at very minimum, if you can, just drop it down in the description. Say Valheim, Vintage Story, whatever it is, just drop it down there. That'd be an easy way to also kind of tally some votes. Mm-hmm. We could probably... Never mind, I'm not going to go there. I was going to say something. I'm going to stop myself. No, we're not going to make jokes like that. Nope. Nope. Gotta be smart. You're not going to trick me. Nope. I know, right? I was pretty proud of myself there. I was going to say we could do it so much quicker. So much quicker. That's all you're going to get out of me. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and what we have in the works is we do have some footage from Bet, Pilgrim, content warning.
To explain, Bet is the Backrooms escape together game. It's actually really, really fun.
And reason we say Bet is it's literally part when you see if you future Vlad, zoom right there, BET. It's
it
Bet.
Literally says Bet.
Whatever. So, anyways,
Which they just also released a new update, which is actually pretty cool as well.
Yeah, they put out 3 new levels. We are working on that. We put out a few shorts, and we made it. Me and Tippsy made it to the 3rd level, and we kind of stopped because we were trying to get some of our other gamers involved, and they just have not shown up to do it.
Yeah,
And which is sad. So we're probably gonna get back on that. Probably. I think it would be a good series or a good little
I think it
game
would be
for
funny.
the channel.
Especially with how many like shorts we can get out of it.
Yeah, and you can just do an episode per level, and that was my hope. So we're probably gonna restart that and do that again.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
And then Pilgrim is actually one that we've just recently released a short on, where
all 4 of us were playing.
Yeah.
We had a good crew going, but don't have enough footage to make a whole episode out of, so we've been once again waiting on people to play so we could finish that episode up, and it's postponed until who knows when, so more than likely we're gonna just get me and Tippsy playing it on our own, so maybe that'll come to the channel here in a few days. We are gonna try to get to where we're doing something every day, but it's gonna be rough. We're 2 people.
It's gonna be slow in the making currently.
I mean, we're trying. I'm one guy. She's one lady. We're both doing a bunch of stuff. I work Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30. And then I'm doing this, editing and all that stuff, and then trying to maintain the X, the YouTube, and all that. There's a lot of crazy amount of work. I'm not gonna. I'm not dissing it. I'm not dissing it, but there's definitely you got to work your fingers to the bone. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to fulfill that, for everybody, and also to try to help us grow the channel and community, which will in turn help us get new equipment, get better, get greater content. So it all will work out as it all kind of snowballs into each other.
Yeah, and plus, if you have made it this far, definitely pause the video for a second and look at that timestamp. If you go ahead and comment that, and then possibly even share this with one of 3 friends, maybe you could get 3 friends they get sent to.
Look, I'm gonna go back to this right here. We have 389 subscribers right now. And we've made massive gains. We can make even more massive gains if all 389 of you, if you watch this, okay, if there's 50 of y'all that watch this video in its entirety, and you share it to 3 people, and those 3 people at least just watch it, we will probably be monetized overnight. Just because we've made incredible gains. So, yeah. I mean, just think about that, and that's a free way to boost us through the roof and break our put us into the YouTube algorithm hardcore.
Yeah, and we do have a goal. We're trying to at least reach 500 subscribers before Christmas, which if we can do that would be absolutely amazing. I
mean, I want to smash 500. I want to shoot for 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. Honestly, that's what I want to shoot for. So whatever kind of content, long form, gaming, we're going to get the podcast. It's coming out, obviously. We're here talking, and these are going to become regular things where, we're going to have more thought process on what we're going to bring every day. Every day is not going to be the same thing. One day we might do music. One day we, not saying day. Every time one of these videos comes out, it might be, music was the last time. Maybe this time we're talking inner workings of what we got going on. Maybe next time we're talking about
possibly something that we're doing in our everyday
Who knows?
lives.
I do honestly want to get some guests on board. So once we start getting guests here, then who knows what the conversations will bring, stories, funny moments. I mean, you'll probably get me talking about all my crazy thoughts and stuff. So that probably in its own would be a great time. Just to listen to me ramble about stars and the sun and the planet and
stars.
Ancient civilizations and oh god, I mean, you could get me talking and rambling for hours on that. Not today though, on another episode down the line. Yeah. What is that? That's not clickbait, but that's a to be continued type moment.
A little bit of foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Oh, that's the word that my brain wasn't saying. Foreshadowing. Yeah.
But back to the games that we've got that are going to be possibly coming out soon. We do have a lot of funny moments in Chained Together that we're going to be possibly looking at. If not, we're going to make some new ones, possibly.
Yeah, we are going to try to play the Chained Together. We played it and scrapped some footage because I forgot to hit record a few times. That was a while ago. Yeah. But we're looking into getting into playing it again, but this time doing it in something other than what we were playing it in the first time, which I think is what Neebs Gaming is playing it in, the easy mode where you can like teleport everywhere.
Yeah.
We might go for something crazy like the lava.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably fail repeatedly.
But hey, you get to see us on the edge of our seats failing repeatedly.
Yeah, so that alone should be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you never know, by then we might have some of these webcams, and you might actually be staring at our gorgeous faces as we're jaw-dropped and running for our lives.
Oh, yeah, and especially with some of these more horror-ish type games, or even, like, the scarier games with the jump scares, especially if we have, our cameras or our webcams on whenever we're playing those games, you'll be able to see a lot more of our actual reactions instead of just, hearing the sounds of us react and kind of putting together an image of, what our faces are looking like at that time. Because, let me tell you, we definitely make some funny faces whenever we're playing some games, especially with the Backrooms Escape Together. That one, yeah.
Yeah, that's had me in, like, the what WTF face a few times.
Yeah. Some of those sound effects are a little...
Also, we are going to slowly be trying to make it a little more PG-13 as far as language, but can't promise anything. This is still going to remain an adult show overall, so... Yeah. I mean, we'll try to keep it out, that way if there are kiddos in the living room, watching the same thing, we will try to tone it down. No guarantees, though. Not 100%. We are human, and we're not going to ever promote that we're doing anything for kids. That's we're going to remain an adult channel, like... We will try to bring the language down because we know people have families. You might be watching this on TV, you know what I mean, listening to it on the phone. So we understand that there might be kids around, and we will try to keep it to a minimum. But, when you're dealing with a scary game, all bets are off when the reaction's fucking legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got on that one. Let's see... I'm lacking now. My brain has taken a complete left turn. And, well, you see it, folks. You've seen where we're at and where we're going, or at least got an idea. You got to hang out with me and Tippsy for a bit. It's been fun. As always, like, subscribe, share with a bunch of friends. The only way to really, truly grow is with the community doing what is free, and the freest thing is share it to your friends, like and subscribe. That's you can do that for free. Yeah. That's a 5-finger discount right there.
And it only takes like 5 seconds for you to actually hit that share button and send it to like 3 people.
I mean, almost everyone's got a Facebook, a TikTok, an X account, so I mean, like, it's so easy to just share it to a platform. And however many people see it to that platform, that just is a boost to us. You don't even got to share it independently to your friend. Just put it on your Facebook. Put it on your X. Like, share the name. And great stuff will come down the works.
Yeah, even if you're just talking about us in normal, everyday conversations. Like, if you're going up to your friends and saying, oh, well, I was watching this TikTok, or I was watching this YouTube
You gotta get
video.
out of the TikTok, though.
Yeah,
we gotta get out of the TikTok, because we're not using TikTok. It's X.
Yeah.
We're using X and YouTube and Rumble. Yeah. Those are gonna be our main platforms. That's gonna be the main platform for right now. Once we get a better handle on being able to do a long form podcast with guests, we will be shooting to actually putting on those on podcast platforms. But until we're to the point where we're getting guests and we're able to maintain a 2-hour, 3-hour conversation, I'm not going to touch a podcast platform. So until then, you guys are going to get whatever kind of plot this is, this kind of show, at least in the short term.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a week, 2 or 3 weeks, you're probably going to get something like this. And then we will graduate as we can accelerate.
Yeah, because we do have plans to go to, like, Spotify and, like, other platforms where a lot of podcasts are taking off. But
Yeah, but
right
I want to be able to do that at a point where we really have those guests and we can get into like talking
that's
with
what
them.
I was about to say.
Because I mean,
like,
you know, who knows the stories you're gonna bring on, and that's really what we're gonna be looking for with that kind of is the conversation, the stories, and just the insight and knowledge into whatever people come on the show, and about me and Tippsy. So, it'll be a journey. This is just number one. Who knows what 2 years down the road look like. It could be like episode 600.
Yeah.
But it starts here. Anyways, thanks for showing up. Thanks for
listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And
hopefully you've made it this far.
If you have, smash that like.
Drop that comment.
Share it with your friends. And until next time, I'm Vlad.
I'm Tippsy.
Have a good night.